What is up, everyone? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 21 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 50. We made it to half a century of episodes already. Now, I am in a particularly good mood today. I don't know why, but hopefully the nice positive vibes will be flowing throughout this video and you guys can take that into your day and push the positive vibes out there to the rest of the world. Because, yeah, I'm in a good mood. Anyway, that was a random start. But welcome to the half-century episode of the FIFA 21 RTG. Do me a huge favour. Hit me with a thumbs up. 5,000 likes for episode 50. The 5s and the O's. That would be brilliant. Come on, you got to make that happen at least, right? And, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. So, yesterday was live rewards. For those of you that maybe missed that, you can click in the top corner. I'll link you back to yesterday's video, and then there'll also be a link to like the playlist for if, let's say, maybe you're busy sometimes and you're gonna have to binge on the episodes to catch up. Checking out the playlist and maybe bookmarking that is always a pretty solid option if you want to be able to catch up nice and quick. So, we travel back in time just a little bit. We're going to submit this squad right here, including a duplicate untradeable Jaden Sancho, for a Road to Glory hero. Alright? Yusuf Atal was such a huge name in our Road to Glory last year because we got the Footmas version. Then we luckily packed the Shapeshifter, and then there was a TOTS version which was insane, which we managed to get in red from our Foot Champs rewards. And he was just an absolute RTG legend, Hall of Famer, and they've brought him out as an 82 rated right back live item. Now, I think Nice are not sitting in a particularly great place in their group. So the chances of them getting out of their group and this card getting upgraded are not particularly high. But I can just tell by looking at that card with the card stats on there, for 25k or whatever this SBC costs, it's just worth it as a super sub, man. He will be cracked, I tell you. He will be good in game. Especially if he does manage to somehow get some sort of upgrades along the way. So yeah, I was over the moon to see this come out, and it gave me an opportunity to use like some of the players that, or especially the Jaden Sancho, really, so that I could use that in an SBC and not waste the one that I discarded. As you can see, welcome back to Jaden Sancho. We still have one of him, first owner, in our club now. And yeah, like, it's just, things are all good. It's a good way to start the episode when you bring back an absolute series legend, all right? So we transition over to the silver team for now, because someone which we had been using in our starting 11, Che Adams, we had the regular version of him, who I bought for like 6k and sold for like nearly 14, I think. I sold him because he was up so much in price a couple of weeks ago, and then all of a sudden, we get him as a silver inform in the Silver Lounge, Silver Stars. I don't know. I think the Silver Stars is the objective name. Silver Lounge is where you actually play for the objective. So what you're going to see here is just the wins, and it's like I was still eating dinner at 6 p.m. So I didn't start at 6. I started probably 10 past, maybe quarter past 6. And the first like 3 or 4 games, I got absolutely destroyed. So I quit at 2-0 or whatever. You know, that's my rules. Typically, that's what other people follow as well. Although, as you can see here in this game, this guy leaves it until 3-0 before he quits. But yeah, then I just managed to get a few games in a row where it all went really well for me. And I managed to get my early goals. And it was the same as the last couple, which is win 3 matches, assist 6 and score 8, something like that. Anyway, you have to hope that you don't just get 1-0 wins, because then you have to go into more games afterwards. But as you can see here, we are 1-0 up. It's Chowdhury to score the goal with his 44 shooting and his lovely afro. But I do get equalised on in this one, and you never know what's going to happen. That probably means you've got a game on your hands when the opponent actually equalises against you. But we do make it 2-1 just before half-time. And I think just after half-time, Mukhtar knocks it through to Vidra, who I have to say didn't feel as clinical in front of goal as when I last used him. I think I just haven't used silvers for a couple of weeks. I was super rusty. Yeah, but eventually we sort of found our groove, and we come away with the 3rd victory but I still needed like a goal and an assist or something like that. So I needed to go into another game, and I wanted to get it done as quick as possible, right? So if I get him to rage quit, that's obviously like the most beneficial. That way I don't have to stay until 90 minutes just to score a goal and then lose. So we ended up going 1-0 up after 5 minutes. And then my substitutes come on. I always bring Mukhtar. I always bring Moise Keane on as well. And then Mukhtar makes it 2-0 after 10 minutes. And this guy decides to quit. So that is nice and fast. So, yeah. And I think I finished it literally like maybe 10-7, 5-7, something like that. So even though I started 15 minutes late, lost the first few games, the victories that we did get came really, really, really fast. And less than an hour after he was released, we had him in our club, which is cool. So 74 rated inform. He is an 87 rated striker if you apply the finisher chemistry style and play him on full chem. I'm talking like 92 shooting, 80 something dribbling, maybe 90 dribbling, something like that. It's pretty impressive. Like, this card can actually hold its own, I'm pretty sure. It's not a bad card at all. So, yeah, that's a real good one from EA. And the fact that they didn't, like, increase the difficulty to get it is actually pretty mad. So, GG's on that one. It's still one of the biggest W's that FIFA 21 has seen, is the Silver Lounge. Because you might say, yeah, well, they're not going in anyone's weekend league team, are they? True, but you are improving your squad to then play the Silver Lounge every week. So you get to use these cool players at least once a week. And who knows what they're going to do in the future when it comes to like silver requirements. So the more of them you can get, the better. So I'm just going to rearrange my team to put Lewandowski at cam. And we're going to try Leroy Sané up front. Because that's where I play him on the PlayStation. So I play Sané at left striker. I want Neymar as a striker, really. And I know Lewandowski's a striker as well. But I'm going to try him at cam just because he's a little slower. And he's got such good shooting that I think if he can get on the edge of the box, hit a crazy finesse, that might work for us. So that's exactly what we're going to try anyway. So into this very first game of the day of Division Rivals, we end up getting 1-0 up from Sané knocking it into Neymar. This was... It felt like pretty nice, I have to say. Like, I don't know whether it's some sort of... what is the word they use? I can't remember it. Where it's like placebo, I think is the word. Where like something changes and people think something crazy makes a different change. But I'm playing on the Xbox Series X on the same version of FIFA that I was playing on my Xbox One X, right? Yet the games feel smoother. Obviously the menu is definitely smoother, and that's like a server thing, you know. And we're on a more optimized console. But we're not playing the next-gen version yet my games do feel... I don't know if they look... I don't think they look any different at all. But they just have been feeling smoother. I've also seen a couple of people tweet this as well. So I don't know what to think. But hopefully that's just good, positive possibilities for the future. Hopefully the next-gen version of the game feels even better. And hopefully it runs nice and smooth and stuff. I know we all moan about the servers all the time, but so far so good on this one. Is all I can really say. But I don't want to be acting like this is the best experience ever, because I'm sure during busy times and stuff things are going to feel heavy and sluggish. There's no doubt about it. The weekend league will be a big test to how things actually feel. So yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. Anyway, I come up against a super squad. I'm talking Neymar, Mbappe, like Roy Keane, all sorts of high-rated players as well. I can't believe I didn't score that one, by the way, but it was Mukiele at the back post. So we don't really expect him to score goals. Unfortunate bounce there off of Mukiele, and Neymar makes it 2-0 to my opponent. I hit him with a little bridge dribble, and then I whack the cross in there. Leroy Sané just can't quite get to it. And then Neymar, I mean, he's just got so many men over at this point. I don't know what I'm doing with my defense. I think I went on team press to see if anything would help me, and it just drags players out of positions, doesn't it? So I kind of always expected to lose this game, but I hit him with a chip to get one goal back at least. And something I wanted to ask you guys as well. Have you noticed that the chip feels different? Have they nerfed it a little bit? Because there were a couple of times where it feels like it doesn't loop as much. It feels like it's more like, do you know what I mean? Like less height and stuff to it. And then if you've got to try and get it over the keeper, you're going to have to press it harder, and then it's more likely to go over. I don't know if that was just how it was for me today or what. But anyway, I I do take the loss there, obviously, of course. But it's okay because we're still at 1962 skill rate and I'm still way, way, way above my comfort zone, that's for sure. And we've got 1100 points after 2 games, which if I'd have played them in the weekend league would have been 800 points. So currently 300 or so ahead. Yeah, 300 or so ahead. For some reason, I almost forgot maths there for a minute. But yeah, we're like 300 ahead from 2 games, which is cool. And then Neymar puts me 1-0 up in the next game. But this guy might be one of the most... I think he had his G Fuel in the morning, I'm not going to lie, because he was wiggling and wriggling all over the place. Skill move-wise, dribbling ability, like high pressure, team press, mental, just... I struggled. Big time. I could not defend this guy when he was on the attack. Fortunately for me, though, I do have a nice attack of my own, and I can hold my own in attack too. And as you can see, we are able to get an equaliser. You know, we did go 1-0 up, but then it was quickly turned around. And at half-time, at least we've been clinical with the 2 opportunities that we've had. But I don't really expect to win this one because he was just... far superior to me, and I'm like, how on earth is this guy at the same level as me in Rivals? But I make a defensive error again. I think I might have been on team press, allowing my players to get out of shape, which once again caused for them to concede a goal. And then I get super lucky with my equaliser there. Like the way that bobbled and bounced to Neymar, I have to be fortunate that that was the way it happened for me, because yeah, it happens against you and you're stressed, but you got to also realise when it happens for you. I get completely outskilled by informed João Felix. Would love to try him, by the way, because this guy made him look like Pele. And also, Clarence Seedorf seemed like a mini Hullet for this guy. He was ridiculously good. So I end up losing 5-3. GG's, like, a deserved loss. My goals were fairly lucky. And then I see that his skill rating was like 21-28. So like a lot higher than mine. And that all of a sudden just sort of like put the world back to normal. And I'm like, okay, yeah. He was way above my skill rating. How on earth am I matching someone with 200 difference in the skill rating? Come on. That just seems odd. There must be enough people on the game that you can match people of very similar skill rating. Like the other one the other day where I had like 400 difference. How is that happening? But I end up going 1-0 down to... I'm actually playing against a duo here. I didn't realise it until I got into the match about 5 minutes and was like, oh, there's two like icons above the player's head, which means there's multiple people in this game. So I battered him in the first half apart from possession, and I actually ended up being 1-0 down after, again, a sloppy defensive error. But early doors in the second half, I am able to strike and get my goal with Neymar. So I'm back on level terms, which I feel like I at least deserve. Again, I feel like I should win this one. Ousmane Dembele, who I brought on for Lewandowski, knocks it out to Kimmich. You kind of hope you don't get Kimmich in that situation, but what can I do? And then because that was my CDM up in a very attacking position, I get countered like crazy. I didn't know. It was essentially 4v3. He had more men up. And yeah, I mean, I couldn't mark them all. I did a pretty poor job of it anyway. And I end up conceding to go 2-1 down. But Ousmane Dembele works his way into the box. And I get kind of sived down there by the defender, allowing me a penalty. Of which my new penalty technique with Neymar is to simply try and whack it in the top corner. Because he's got such good penalties that I don't know if the goalkeepers can even save it if they dive that far. Maybe if they move the goalie and dive, then they can save it. Who knows? But yeah, I get caught on the counter again in the 84th minute and I lose the game 3-2 because of it. I actually get this opportunity to equalise. I can't believe it. I can't believe Neymar's not scored that. Like, I think I looked at in my top right corner, I have the overlay, don't I, which shows my button things. And yeah, I was aiming the ball wide of the post, but I can't believe he actually missed it. It was so bad from Neymar and obviously from me clicking the buttons. Poor, I should be scoring that all day long. Maybe I shouldn't have gone for a finesse. Who knows? Anyway, so we're actually at 1,850 after 4 games, all right? And we would normally have been on 1,600. So we're only a couple 100 points ahead. So not likely for rank 1 at the moment. But what we can hopefully do is boost that up a little bit more and then top it up with Weekend League and at least guarantee rank 2. I'm clearly not at the level where I'm getting like huge wins in Div 1. So I can't expect to get the rank 1 rewards, which is the best of the best people are getting that. I'm just clearly not getting those sorts of results. So hopefully we can improve and get there, because I'd love to get some ultimate packs one day, but maybe not right now. So I do a little SBC, which gives me a rare gold pack, and unfortunately from the rare gold pack we get just not a good result, not a good return. Hey, you win some, you lose some. And then I do the back of the net SBC as well, which required players of like certain like exact overalls and stuff, which I thought was quite cool from EA. They've done that recently, and they've put another like puzzle SBC in there and made it, you know, so that you've actually kind of got to think about what you're doing, which again, I quite like. It's something different, isn't it? They don't all have to be like super easy. But this one offered a rare Electrum, I think untradeable this time though. No walkout and no boards from that one, or at least no boards to show right now, because a Libertadores player pops up. We get Borre or Bor. Don't know if you have to roll the R for that one. But we do actually get Fekir and a blue Marcos Asensio and St. Maximin, who I'm not going to lie, I literally just noticed as I'm editing right now, and I'm kind of buzzing about that. I didn't realise we got St. Max in that pack, which is awesome. Did I see that right? I'm going to have to go and check on my console right now, because if we did, that's a super sub of dreams. Although I've already got like 700 super subs. Left Wing FC honestly has too many players, and it's literally only November. Oh dear. So this right here, you can see it is my tactics and stuff. Someone or a few of you seem to leave comments every day and on Twitter and stuff asking me, can I show you like exactly what I do? I tend to show you this every now and again. But of course, as we're growing the channel, there are new viewers coming in, and they just start from wherever they found me. So they might not have caught up and seen what custom tactics I'm using at the time. So you can pause it, go back, go forward, whatever you want to do. And you can see exactly what tactics I play. And this is what I play like 95% of my games on. The other 5% is pretty much an ultra attacking one, where I have like maximum depth and constant pressure if I am just losing by a goal and I need to get back into it. Lost my breath there for a minute. And you can see all the player instructions that I use as well. Pretty much just tell my fullbacks to stay back, tell my attackers to stay forward, have a defensive midfielder drop between the defenders, and then one balanced centre mid, one stay back centre mid. Pretty much that's how I work it anyway in this 4-1-2-1-2. But yeah, guys, thank you for watching today. Can you do me a huge favour? Hit the thumbs up button. 5,000 likes for episode 50. That'd be amazing. 5-0. It's probably this way on camera though, 5-0. Anyway, but guys, yeah, subscribe to the channel as well if you are new around here. I thank you for that. And come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links are down below, everyone. Take it easy, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.